Rest in peace to the one and only D'Angelo. He passed away today. I learned today through a few individuals today. Cinto sent me a few things regarding D'Angelo. Suno says that was spooky. I know, bro, like, cause it's crazy. Like, I'll tell you my experience. So I remember maybe the year was 2011, 2012. And I had just started learning about how important voodoo was. That was when I started learning in 2012, 2011, how important Dilla, how important Madlib, how important, you know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about like the production space of what we do through that area, right? And I had a moment to kind of like reflect a little bit. And I remember back in 2012, I got hit up from what looked like it to be someone from his, not like D'Angelo's official team, but they were doing like a tribute to D'Angelo years ago. And so I had been gifted some stems to basically work with like 10 years ago. And I never realized how important D'Angelo's like work was until after I had gotten a chance to remix it. And so if you guys know me from my earlier SoundCloud days, I used to remix a lot of like songs and like doing my own way, right? And one of my first official remixes kind of goes back to like the early SoundCloud days where I flipped D'Angelo's Lady. And I think that might still be up. Let me look it up real quick and see. Yeah, I flipped it years ago. Like I'm talking about 10 plus years ago. And so this was a joint that I had the privilege of being able to flip it. So in honor of D'Angelo, rest in peace to one of the GOATs. I'm gonna share with you guys this remix I did. It was 10 years ago. I got a chance to remix it. And it just gave me a little bit of insight of like, you know, what the lineage of what I do comes from. So rest in peace, D'Angelo. Actually, matter of fact, the craziest part is I remember the first person I thought of, because Cinto told me the first person I thought of was James Poyser. If you don't know James Poyser, he plays keys for The Roots, but he's also on the Jimmy Fallon show playing with The Roots as well. But he also plays on D'Angelo Voodoo as well. Anything pretty much you've heard Dilla Soulquarians, James Poyser is one of the founding like fathers along with D'Angelo with that style and Questlove. So I just hit him up and I was like, hey man, I'm just praying for you right now. And he was like, I appreciate that, bro. And he sent me like a couple emojis back with like a broken heart emoji. And so it's hitting everybody, but you know, I believe in celebrating people's lives. You know, I know there's always a time to mourn and there's a time to cry and a time to like experience it. But I definitely know with my experience of understanding D'Angelo and who he is to me creatively as a creator, he's one of the greatest artists probably ever. A gift like that only comes around once in a lifetime, okay? And yeah, bro, shout out to D'Angelo. Shout out to, you know, everybody in the Philly side right now. I know they're definitely feeling it. And with that being said, I'm gonna play this joint for you guys. This was a remix I did for D'Angelo years and years ago. It was Remixing Lady, and it's on my SoundCloud. You guys can go and, you know, listen to that. Yeah, rest in peace, D'Angelo. This is a throwback. Long live D'Angelo. This is actually one of the first times that I can recall flipping something and like having that epiphany. Like, I think I may have figured out something that's going to help me identify my sound. So, yeah. I would actually recommend everybody, if you ever get a chance to look it up. He actually had a documentary that came out like back in 2011, 2012. And what I can remember is he was definitely dealing with some, it's like, you know, when you see someone talented, but they're also dealing with some heavy stuff. He explained some of the heaviness that like made him disappear. Cause a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know he disappeared from putting out music for like 10 years. Like when he dropped Voodoo, that was like 1999, 2000, okay? And when Black Messiah came out, that was 14 years later. So think about it like that. But there's also this part too. If you knew about the whole D'Angelo like story, y'all knew he definitely was like gone for a while, and everybody was like, yo, I wonder how he's doing. But the documentary explains it. He talks about it and everything. I would literally look this up if y'all would look up D'Angelo Devil's Pie. I am more than certain that they're gonna like take that joint and kind of like figure out how to like put it back out again. You know how they like to do with, you know, documentaries, because that was actually I want to say it was like a European shot documentary. I think it was like a German shot documentary. It wasn't like a normal, like you can go on Netflix and get it. Nah. It's literally called D'Angelo's Devil's Pie. You can definitely peep game on it. Ken Don said, I flipped Untitled a couple months ago for a homie. Never went down the D'Angelo rabbit hole for myself. Listen, if you ever get curious, there's a few things I would recommend you checking out if you really want to know how deep the D'Angelo rabbit hole goes. I would look up D'Angelo's Devil's Pie and look up the D'Angelo Voodoo outtakes. And that is going to give you everything you need to know about Dilla, everything you need to know about the Soulquarians, that sound, that style. D'Angelo was one of those. He was one of those dudes from another planet. You know what I'm saying? That documentary is super hard to find. Listen, I am not going to say that I have a link, but I found a couple places you can go. Just go to Google Drive and type in Google Drive D'Angelo Double Pie. Crash X Fleece says a piece of my childhood is gone for real. My mom raised me on D'Angelo's early music. Why do they take it down? Because I don't think it's like, I think because D'Angelo's estate like owns it. They own the documentary. And what's crazy is I didn't find out about it until like maybe 4 years ago. I was watching that thing like right after I graduated from college, and I'm like, God, dog. I was like, sheesh. And what's funny is, not funny, but like what's crazy is that like it explains literally, and I mean literally everything that he went through. I mean, when you think about like his the kind of trajectory of what he had as like a career for a while. He won a Grammy for his album. Right after that, he had mentioned that people had been passing away that was close to him. So it's like, man, you hear about all the unfortunate stuff that happened to him, and it kind of like snowballed out of control. And then TMZ started making reports, and you know how TMZ is. They like to use clickbait to like say certain things about people that aren't necessarily like true. So a lot of people thought D'Angelo was like cooked, you know. And then when he dropped Black Messiah, it just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of like reset the bar, you know. And it's just looking at D'Angelo's life, what he represented to me, I feel like who he was as an individual served that purpose incredibly well, because there's so many individuals that I meet that kind of remind me of D'Angelo's spirit. You know what I'm saying? But an individual like him is a dime a dozen. And if you get a chance to experience that kind of level of talent, just remember to tell your homies, tell your friends, tell whoever you get a chance to experience that part of your life with, that matters. You know what I'm saying? That matters. You know, talent, energy, spirit, you only come across that one time, and when it's gone, it is gone. So D'Angelo, rest in peace, rest in power. I'm praying for everybody who is affected by it, and yeah. I love y'all, man. That's all I gotta say, bro. Man. But nonetheless, we got a fun stream tonight. I don't know if y'all want to talk a little bit before we get deep into it. Today is supposed to be fixing beats today, but if we don't fix as many beats, I do have a couple things I'd love to not only just discuss, but also try and work on here live on the stream. I kind of want to come to you guys to kind of like ask you guys some questions on what you guys would be down to, I don't know, help with. I have a few things that are in mind for me personally, and I don't know if Silver Rose is also here, but I may need something today regarding finishing. And finishing meaning I have a single that's supposed to be coming out next month, and I'd love to collaborate with somebody to figure out how to do it. Angie, yes, rest in peace, Angie Stone. She passed away earlier this year too. Aww. Bro, like, let me tell you something. This season right now, guys. This is the changing of the guard. Okay, this is the changing over. If you felt like there's a transition happening, there very much is, because not only people are transitioning, but people are transitioning. People are passing away. And the one thing we don't talk about is death, right? But think about like the beautiful things about life. Death doesn't have to be a very scary thing now. It doesn't have to. And here's a beautiful thing about for me, like I've learned not to like fear death due to the fact that I make a constant effort and choice every single day that no matter who I interact with, no matter what I decide to do, no matter who I decide to spend my time on this earth with, there's something about that time that was dedicated to fulfilling the greater good that is like at the essence of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I feel like when I'm here with you guys, communicating, creating, even the fact that I'm about to go on a plane next week and go to New York and probably, basically collaborate, cook up. I want to try and like figure out how to live stream while being in another state, another space, and still be able to do it casually the same way I do live here on the stream. That kind of goes into my fulfillment. I'm very fulfilled being here. I'm very fulfilled talking to you guys. Even last night we had a live stream where we just like dialogue. Like I hopped on the Discord live stream and just talked for a little minute. That was whoever was like live last night. That was fun. Whoever was queuing them soundboard stuff, y'all are crazy. But nonetheless, it all culminates to like fulfillment. And I think something about this space provides that peace that creates the fulfillment that I know I need to continue to be creative, to continue to keep collaborating, creating, building these bridges. And it quite literally has changed my life. And so I have a privilege, the honor of just being able to be here. You know what I'm saying? I have a privilege just to be able to wake up every day and know I can create something and serve somebody in the process of it. So if you get anything from this live stream, I just want you to know that whatever you do in your life, whatever it is, spend the God-given breath that you've been given to fulfill something that is outside of you. Outside of you. Spend your time, and I literally mean this, spend your time doing something that you really love doing, that you really want to do. Because when you really think about it, like, I am 28 years old, right? Given statistically, I have about 50 plus years left, if I am even lucky. Okay. And given that that's like the statistics, like, what am I doing every day? What are you doing every single day? Are we doing something every single day that promotes fulfilling what we're supposed to be doing? Like, really, when you think about it, and I would actually propose this to you guys, are you fulfilling the greater good that's on the inside of your body? That greater good is supposed to be shared, and you give it to somebody else. And then it creates a life of its own. So I propose that to everybody. Like, would you say you're doing what you want? Maybe it doesn't have to be like a career thing, but just like at least make up, like, I want to make music. I want to go do this. I want to go to this place. Like, life is too short to just kind of sit in the same place, man. Trust me. Who was the one in the song? Crash said, I found the document. Drop it in the Discord if you want. Who was the one that said, oh, it was you gotta go out, get out and get something. Who sung that song? You gotta go out, get out and get something. You can't let your whole life just pass by, bro. Like, do something. Do something. Because if you do nothing, that's still something as well. And there's no good return on doing nothing. Nothing? There's no good that literally, think about it. There's no good from literally doing nothing. What good is there? Your comfort? Okay, great. But like, you stay comfortable for too long and life will have already done a whole... Man. Goody Mob. Yes. You gotta go out, get out, and get something. Go out, get out, just do something. Do something. Do something. Please do something. And that's the one thing I love about making beats, because when you, I'm gonna be real for a second. When you hear a beat that is so hard, when you hear a song that is so dope, it should not intimidate you. It should make you want to make something because it pushed you to do it. It should make you want to do it too. Imagine something so good, it is at least worth it to do something. Think about it. Think about it.
Don't force the phone.
So,
Makers Plus.